All right, let's talk about it. We're diving into one of the biggest hurdles for any engineer out there, the job interview. I mean, it's not just about getting through it, it's about walking away with that offer. So let's get into how you actually get selected. So you've done the hard work, right? Your resume looks great, you've been sending out applications, and boom, you got the call. You landed the interview. But here's the thing. That's just the starting line. The real game, the part that actually matters, is turning that conversation into a job offer. And this right here, this is the secret that so many candidates just completely miss. The interview isn't some test of everything you know. Think of it more like a performance. It's all about how you show what you know. To really get this right, you have to see the interview from their side of the table. Let's call it the interviewer's X-ray. What are they really looking at, beyond just the words coming out of your mouth? It's really about the whole package. Yeah, of course your technical knowledge matters, but they're also digging for four other things. First, strong fundamentals. Do you really get the core principles? Second, problem solving. How do you think on your feet when you see something new? And third and fourth, communication and clarity of thought. Can you actually walk them through your solution in a way that makes sense? Okay, so knowing what they're looking for, that's half the battle. Now for the other half, your action plan. This is your preparation blueprint, a step-by-step guide to get you totally ready. Our strategy is built on 5 key pillars. Number 1, build strong fundamentals. Number 2, treat your resume like a cheat sheet of questions. 3, practice the right kinds of questions. 4, aim for real, deep understanding, not just memorizing stuff. And number 5, master your communication. Let's break each of these down. Pillar 1, fundamentals. And look, this is absolutely non-negotiable. Before you even think about the newest, flashiest technology, you have to be rock solid on your core subjects. If you're a software engineer, that's your data structures, your algorithms. If you're a mechanical engineer, maybe it's thermodynamics. Whatever it is for your field, that's your foundation. Now, I want you to just stare at this number for a second. 70%. So what does that mean? It means that a huge chunk, 70% of the questions you're going to get asked will come directly from the piece of paper you already gave them. Your resume, your projects, your list of skills. That's not just your history, it's basically the study guide for your interview. So for every single line item on your resume, every project, every single skill, you've got to be ready to go deep. And you can use this simple framework. Explain what you did, the task itself. Detail how you did it, the nitty-gritty technical process. And this is the most important one. Justify why you did it that way. That why is where you really show them how an engineer thinks. And this brings us to probably one of the most important things about interview prep. The goal is understanding, not just memorization. Believe me, interviewers can spot a memorized answer from a mile away. So don't just rattle off definitions you learned. Instead, focus on explaining concepts in your own words. You want to show them you don't just know the answer, you get the principle behind it. So how do you actually get to that point of deep understanding? It's through this simple but super powerful loop. First, you learn the concept. Second, you practice using it to solve problems. And third, this is the secret sauce, you explain it out loud. Seriously, teach it to a lull if you have to. This cycle of learn, practice, explain, that's what builds real, solid understanding. All right, we've talked a lot about what you should be doing. Now let's flip that around and talk about the things you should not be doing. Trust me, avoiding these common pitfalls is just as important as all the prep work. It's so important to understand that each of these mistakes sends a really bad signal. Weak basics, that tells them you don't have a solid foundation. The fix is obvious. Go back to those core subjects. Puffed up or fake projects, that just signals dishonesty. The fix, be ready to explain exactly what you did and be honest about it. Unclear answers, that signals poor communication. The fix for that is simple. Take a breath, pause, and structure your thoughts before you speak. And overconfidence, that can signal that you're not self-aware. So be confident for sure, but also be humble. Okay, finally, let's talk about what might be the most important piece of this whole puzzle, your mindset. This is a bit of a reality check, but it's crucial. And here's the honest truth. Even amazing, super well-prepared candidates get rejected sometimes. Interviews are just incredibly competitive. Sometimes it comes down to timing or fit or something totally out of your control. And I'm not telling you this to discourage you. I'm telling you this to free you from the pressure of having to be perfect. Because your goal isn't to be perfect. Your goal isn't to have the answer to every single question they could possibly throw at you.
No. Your goal is to put in consistent, focused preparation. That's the one thing you can actually control, and that's what will eventually get you where you want to go.
So let's end on this note, because it really captures everything we've talked about today. Interviews are not about knowing everything. They are about showing clarity, confidence, and understanding. You focus on that, and you won't just prepare better, you'll perform better. Good luck out there.